பாருங்க. See, we have configured earlier using the network command, but it looks a little bit complicated. What? When you don't write the wildcard mask correctly, problem. So what you can do is you can go straight to the interface itself. Sorry, I didn't give space, so it is searching all the domain for this new command. This is not a new command; it's a spelling mistake. If you want to avoid this type of wait time, this will make you to wait for around 60 seconds. 60 seconds. If you don't want to wait, you need to put one command called no IP domain lookup. For example, I'll go to next router. You see, in the next router, this is not OSPF related. I'm just telling no IP domain lookup. If you put this command, later if you put any command, see same mistake I'm doing, CONFT, it's not making me to wait. But when I was typing that command here, CONFT, it is making me to wait. Still it didn't release. It's still stuck. Stuck in where? Stuck in finding out this new command called const. See? Now it says I'm unable to find unknown command. If you want to avoid wastage of this time, you put this command. Okay? You see? No IP domain space lookup. What does it mean? சும்மா எங்கேயும் போய் தேடாத, தெரியலையா விட்டுரு. சும்மா அவங்ககிட்ட இவங்ககிட்ட போயிட்டு 255 எல்லார்கிட்டையும் போயிட்டு இந்த கன்ஃபினா என்னங்க, இந்த கன்ஃபினா என்னங்கன்னு போய் கேட்டுட்டு இருக்காது அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். இதனுடைய அர்த்தம். லுக்கப்னா என்னது? தேடுறது. நோனா என்னது? தேடாத. எல்லார்கிட்டையும் போயிட்டு எல்லா ஐபி டொமைன்கிட்டையும் போயிட்டு கேட்டுட்டு இருக்காது அப்படின்னு. சரி, இப்போ OSPF வருவோம். Let's come back to OSPF. Go straight to the interface and say IP OSPF 1. What is this one? Process ID. Area ID. That's it. What does this mean? It means that this interface, whatever the IP address it may have, it should be part of OSPF process ID 1 and it must be inside area 200. See, this is very easy. Instead of you typing network, wildcard mask, area ID, you can come straight to the interface and interface you say you belong to this area. See, let me show you. Show IP OSPF interface brief. You see, Bluetooth 0 is running in area 200. Let's go and add another interface. You see, IP OSPF 1 area 200. What a easy, no? You see? Sorry. Show IP OSPF interface. You see? OSPF is now running on G000 as well. Likewise, I'll go to this router. Please pay attention. Look at this. In this router, all three interfaces, including loopback, belong to which area? Answer. All interface of this router belong to which area? 200. So what you can do is you can do a smart work. What is that? Instead of going to each and every single interface, we use a command called range, interface range, G0/0/0-1. See, right now I'm inside both G000 and G001. So once for all, I can put only one line of command. $200. And then interface loopback 0, use the up arrow, put the same command. Finish. Let's go verify. Show IP OSPF interface brief. You see? OSPF is running on all these three interfaces. Not only that, show IP OSPF neighbor. I can see 7 is my neighbor. I'm right now in router 6. For this router 6, 7 is the neighbor. Now let me go to this router. In this router, if you notice, I want this loopback to be in area 200. So only G01 is in area 0. So I'll say here, interface G0/0/1, IP OSPF 1 area 0, and then interface G0/0/0, IP OSPF 1 area 200, and then interface loopback 0, same 200. See, shortly the neighbor will come now. Show IP OSPF interface brief. I can see G000 is in 200, which is this one. G001 is in area 0. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Oh, for some reason I'm not seeing the neighbor with router 6. Why? I don't know. Let's check. What is the IP here? I made a mistake in IP. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. 10001 should be what? 1045. Correct? But what I have given? 10001. What I have given? 56. What a mistake. It's a silly mistake, but a very important mistake. No IP address. First you put no IP address. I removed IP address on both. Right now I am on G000. It should have IP address 10.56.0.5. Interface G001 IP address should be 10.45.0.5. Let's verify. Show IP OSPF neighbor. I should see neighbor with router 6. Yes. Now if you go to router 6, you should see two neighbor. Router 6 I've got neighbor with router 7 and router 5. Correct? Router 5 is on the left. Router 7 is on the right. Now let us go to this area 0 middle router. In here, show IP interface brief. Do we have the IP address correctly configured? G0034, correct. G0145, correct. So what I can do is I can use the range command, interface range. Let me try to use loopback 0, comma G. It's working. I can put all in one line. No, sorry. I cannot mix the loopback and physical, but in the real device it accepts. No problem. Here I will say this. IP OSPF 1 area 0. Interface loopback 0. Put the same command. Finished. Show IP OSPF interface brief. You see, we got all the interface in area 0, and we also found a neighbor with router. Router 3 I configured in the previous class. 5 I configured before this router. So I have two neighbors. You remember router 3 I configured in the previous class with the old method, classical method, Purana Kalatha method. Parampariyama செஞ்சிட்டு இருந்த method. The network command wildcard must mode. தப்பு கிடையாது. Nothing wrong in mixing two methods. Okay, so this is also done. Let's move on to router B, the second route. Enable config key interface loopback 0. IP OSPF 1 area. What area is the area 100? interface range G000-1. Okay, I'm expecting neighbor with router C if everything is configured right on the previous class. Yeah, it is there. Now, one more router I need to configure, then we will talk about some verifications. The final router, the first router, interface loopback 0, IP OSPF area. See, you can be in one interface and straight away jump to another interface. You don't need to exit and then type again. Okay, I'm expecting neighbor now with router B, show IP OSPF neighbor will come. It has come. Okay, show IP route. I can see the last router's route, which means all the middle routers are good. See, I can see 777. So if I can ping from here 7777, so OSPF is fine everywhere. Now we are interested in knowing what is there inside the bracket there. You see, the first number 110 is 110 is what? Administrative distance. Now the 7 is the metric. What is the metric of OSPF? Cost. Cost. Why 7? I'm going to explain you why 7 for router 7, why 6 for router 6, why 5 for router 5, and so on. Okay, so if you see, this is one cost. Here is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then the loopback is also considered as 1. So totally how many ones are there? Add and see, you will see 7. Do you see 7? Correct. 4 plus 3, 7. For router 4, what will be the cost from router 1? For 4444, what will be the cost? Okay, 3 physical interface and 1 loopback. Correct. Let's go and check. Correct. Arjun, any question? Okay. What is the cost on one wire, one link? Arjun, cost on each link is 1. If you want to know the cost to reach 2222, this 1 plus this loopback is also 1 only. Though it is not physical, for each link, whether it is physical or virtual, the cost is 1. So what will be the cost for 2222? 1 plus 1 is what? 2. Very difficult question. See. 2. Likewise for other networks. Question. Now, this is called auto cost. But if I will go now to router, let's say here, if I'll go here and make it as 10, if I make it as 10, what will be the cost to reach 7? What will be the cost to reach 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 10, 15, 16. Do you agree? Do you agree? Okay, let me go and set the cost. I'm going to router, what is the name? F. Router F and G, both you need to say. that link cost. I am saying interface G0/0/1 IP OSPF cost 10. I'm also going to change it on G. Okay. Now if you go and check on router A, it will not be 7, it will be 16, correct? That's what we spoke. You didn't take? Let me clear. I'm restarting the OSPF process. I want to check whether the cost is properly configured on G. It is configured. Show IP OSPF. See, I have even set cost. I can show you here. You see, the cost is set. Manually cost is set. Likewise, I want to say check here. I think I gave here in the wrong interface. Not on 1. It should have been given on 0. La 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 la. La 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 la. You see that? It is 0 on the right hand side. Correct? Save. Perfect. Now if you go here to router A, earlier it was 7. And now it is 7. Why is the cost not getting added? I have set the cost very well. It is clearly shown here, 1067. But it is not affecting in the total. How? It took some time. You see now? It is 16. Even for 10.67, it is 15. Because the link rate is 10 plus the physical interface 5, totally 15. All right, so see, you might have not checked these commands. Show IP protocol. I know you know this command. You also need to use this command, show IP OSPF interface brief. Okay, the other commands are show IP OSPF neighbor. Don't forget this command, show IP OSPF neighbor. And the other commands are show IP OSPF database. In CCNP, I'll be going much more detail in these all commands. These are all called as LSA types. Router LSA, network LSA, summary LSA, and much more will be learned in the next level. So don't forget this command, show IP OSPF database, show IP OSPF neighbor, show IP OSPF protocol. There is also one more command. Usually you type show IP route, but show IP route, but this also shows the connected network. If you don't want to see, only if you want to see OSPF, what you can do is put OSPF. So it shows only the OSPF route. What is this O means? OSPF, same area, within the same area. What is this IA? Inter area. Wherever IA you see, they are all coming from, those networks are all coming from another area. Other area 0 or area 200. Okay. So this is the end of OSPF in CCNA.